Hi, welcome back to Rave TV. I'm Joel, and I'm sitting here with David Kirk of Epiphan Video. David, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me here.
Tell us a little bit about your company. We've had a chance to talk a little bit off camera, and this is a fascinating story.
Yep, so we started about 13 years ago as a capture module company. So we built a VGA to USB dongle, basically, for laptops. And that came out of a previous company which was doing it all software-based. So being able to take a section of your screen, capture it, and share it over an Ethernet link. And we got a lot of people in that time frame asking, what about systems where I can't load that software on? So I've got an ultrasound system, or I've got a scope of some kind, and I want to get the image off of that, and I want to get it onto my laptop to analyze it or record it, stream it. So we built these little hardware modules that would take a VGA signal out of whatever machine you've got, bring it into your laptop, and allow you to stream and record and do whatever you need with that. And from there, the company's really evolved to build many more of those modules, to add different interfaces on them, USB, Ethernet, as well as on the video side, support the whole range of video interfaces. And then gradually, about 4 or 5 years ago, we started building streaming and recording appliances. So basically putting the computer, the grabbers, the software, everything all together into one nice little tidy package, so that you can do a live production with just a simple little box.
So, and you're based in manufacturing Canada?
That's correct, yes.
That's great. Welcome to the United States, eh?
Thank you.
So, I looked at your website for a bit, and obviously you've come a long way from those early capture devices. What's new at the show for you?
New at the show, actually, we have a 4K capture device, which is brand new for us at the show. So it's a very simple external grabber, USB 3 on one side, it'll grab 4K 30 on the other side. So that's brand new for us. So we still continue to develop those capture modules. At the same time, we've got brand new firmware on our flagship appliance, which is Pearl. And that brings in the ability to bring in IP cameras and be able to use a tablet to control all your switching and streaming and all that kind of stuff. So those are the two big ones that we've announced at the show, is the new firmware for the Pearl and a brand new 4K capture.
Okay, so directionally you're going more in the direction of streaming appliances?
Yeah, we still will be in the capture space, and we'll continue to develop those, but more and more, yeah, we're investing a lot of our energy in the software space, application software that runs on top of these hardware implements. So more and more we're building bigger systems that are doing the switching, streaming, recording all in one, as opposed to the capture module, which is just one hardware piece of a larger system.
Sure.
So we do both, but we're definitely moving more towards the streaming and recording appliances.
So your premier product is Pearl?
It is, yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about how it's used.
Okay, so it's a small little box, so it's portable. It comes in a little hard shell case, and the idea is you can bring it to a live production. It has multiple AV inputs, so you can bring in SDI cameras, HDMI sources, VGA sources. You plug them all in the back. You've got some analog audio. And the whole idea is that you can use this now to record each of those sources individually, but also then mix them live and switch them live to create a program out that you can then stream and record as well. And so people are using it in live production. They'll go to like a keynote address where you got a couple cameras for the speaker, plus you've got the slides that the guy's presenting. So you capture all of that in full HD and then produce the program going out, as well as record all your ISOs. So that's one use. And then we got people using it for lecture capture in education. We got people streaming ultrasound for remote consult in medical and healthcare space. So it's seen a range of applications, but the biggest one is the live production. That's kind of been its.
All right. What's how many streams can I record?
So you can create 4 streams and record and stream them simultaneously. So you bring in 4 sources, you can mix and match them across those streams any way you like.
At what resolution?
So that's all 1080.
Okay.
So we're coming in at full HD. So 4 of those, and then you can mix them into 4 1080 streams. Going out, and those can be recorded and or streamed simultaneously.
Wow, that's great. How are you? I asked you earlier. How are you finding the show so far?
It's great. Yeah, it was a little quiet this morning. Actually, was a bit of a surprise because yesterday was quite good, and then this morning was a little quiet for the first bit, and then it just took off. So the booth has been really busy this afternoon and the later part of the morning, and the quality is really great. These are people who have already. They know streaming and recording, so they're coming in looking for that next solution. They got very specific problems saying, here's what I'm doing now, here's what I want to add to my system. And so it's been a really good
So they should bring you their streaming problems.
Well, they should, absolutely. And a few years ago at this show, we would have people saying, well, I buy this box, then how do I get it to my customers? And you have to explain what a content delivery network is and how to set it up. And people know that now. So that's kind of table stakes. People come to the booth having already experienced that. People are streaming on YouTube every day, and they've got experience with Akamai and Ustream and all kinds of different CDNs. So now they're coming not with those very, very basic problems. Now they're saying, I've got a simple setup. Here's what I want to add. Here's something I want to be able to bring above what I'm doing today. And that's obviously a more fun conversation than how do I get started even in this whole streaming business.
Sure. And actually, in thinking about it, I've got a whole bunch of clients for whom, we take them to Akamai mostly, but Akamai's overkill for a lot.
Right.
So it sounds like a lot more flexible than that. How are your products distributed?
We have distributors around the world. So we've got United States distributors, we got European distributors, we've got guys in Japan. So pretty much globally, we've got a good channel network of distribution and AV integrators put together. So it's been good. We would probably do kind of half our business in the United States and the other half across
Who's
the world.
your U.S. distributor?
We have a Broadfield in New York. Is the main U.S. distributor for us.
Know them real well.
Yeah, and they're doing great for us. We got hooked up with them, I think, at this show probably 2 or 3 years ago. Was where we first kind of met them, and then we talked about some of our capture modules and stuff, and there was some interest there. And then when we brought out Pearl, they were like, this is it. This is the thing that makes the rest of it all work for their portfolio and their line card. So
I have two questions for you. One is, what's really funny is you look at people who make today's video appliances. What has been the most surprising use that you've found of your product?
Well, surprising. I guess we've got guys in a court environment that are using it purely as a switcher and kind of picture-in-picture view generator. And that's all they do. Then they feed that. They've already got an infrastructure based on web conferencing, so they're using Skype to do their sort of courtroom to courtroom or remote deposition kind of interaction. So most people are buying Pearl to do recording and streaming. These guys, it's the opposite. We put a little bit of switching into Pearl to augment the recording and switching, but they're not using any of the recording and streaming stuff. They're doing all the switching. So they need something that'll bring in a few inputs, do some picture-in-picture, switch between it live, and they find for the price point and the convenience and the simplicity, that's the product. So that one surprised me because they're pretty much the first guy who's not doing any recording, not doing any streaming, but still using Pearl as just a switcher.
I'm always shocked by the way some things get used. Now let me ask you the question that stumps people.
Okay.
What's your booth number?
Oh, you know what? I don't even know.
Okay. You're going to have to look it up.
Yeah, we're in the North Hall. I would have to look up the booth number. Yeah.
Download the InfoComm guide, find them, and take a look at Pearl.
Yeah.
All right, David, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.